This 20-minute slow flow yoga class is perfect when you've had a busy day and you want some movement, but you want to start to unwind and settle into your evening. So we're going to start in child's pose. You can have your big toes together, knees apart. You can let your arms stretch out in front of you. Bring your forehead to the earth, or you can stack your hands and bring your forehead to your hands if that feels better to you. Just taking a few deep breaths here. Allowing yourself to transition from your day to your practice. And just observing any sounds that you hear. And we're going to start to come up, and we're going to come up to puppy dog. So bring your knees under your hips. You're going to stretch your arms out and let your chest soften towards the earth. You can bring your forehead to the ground or your chin and breathe. Relax your jaw. And then we're going to start to inhale, come up to our tabletop. We'll take a few rounds of cat and cow. So inhale as you drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tailbone. And exhale as you round. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you round. Just a few more times. One more round. And after your last one, you're going to come to a flat back. You're going to step your left foot between your hands. And on the inhale, we're going to rise up, arms up overhead. I want you to engage your right glute. So squeeze that muscle, lift up through your fingers. Heart lifts. Inhaling. And as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands down. You're going to lift your back knee. We're going to step it back to a downward facing dog and paddle out your legs. You can bend one knee, reach the opposite heel towards the earth, and then switch. Relaxing your neck. And we're going to come back to tabletop. You're going to step your right foot forward. We're going to start to come up onto your left knee. I want you to squeeze your left glute. Reach up through your hands, up through your heart, and breathe. Inhaling, and as you exhale, we're going to bring the hands down, lift the back knee. We're going to step the right leg back, and one more time, down dog. Maybe your hips sway side to side. You're going to gaze between your hands. You're going to walk your feet forward. I want you to halfway lift. So lengthen your spine, inhale, and then as you exhale, put some bend into your knees. You're going to fold. I want you to bring your hands into little fists, and then you're going to tuck your fists into the crook of your elbows. And then you're going to let your upper body hang. Get that bend in your knees. And have your weight even over your feet. So if your weight's way back in your heels, just shift it so you're a little more balanced over your feet. And breathe here. Taking a few more breaths. Nice long exhales. Good. From here, you're going to start to release your hands. Halfway lift, inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down. Step both legs back. we're going to come forward to a plank. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, lower down onto your belly. We're going to come for a Sphinx. So you want to have your elbows underneath your shoulders, and then your forearms are parallel. Tops of the feet are going to press down. But then I want you to lift your knees. So you're going to engage your thighs, lift up through the heart. And I want you to imagine you're using your arms like you're trying to draw your chest forward as your heart lifts. Thighs are engaged. And breathe. Shoulder blades roll back as the heart lifts up. Inhale, and as you exhale, take your elbows out to the sides. I want you to stack your hands, rest your forehead on your hands, bend your knees, feet towards the sky, and then very gently start to windshield wiper your feet side to side. I want you to keep your left foot up in the air, bring your right leg to the ground, and then from here you're going to take your left hand to your left foot, and if you're not able to reach it, you can grab a towel or a strap around that foot. Otherwise you're going to take a hold, and then I want you to start to draw your left heel towards your bum. You can bring your forehead back to your right forearm, drawing your heel towards your left glute, and I want you to press the front of your left hip to the earth. It just helps to focus on the left quadricep. Give it a few more breaths. Breathing right into the belly of that muscle. Inhale, and then as you exhale, release. We're going to switch, so bring your left forearm in front. You're going to draw your right heel towards your bum, take a hold of that foot, forehead to the left forearm, and then start to draw your heel towards your glute, pressing down with the front of that right hip, and breathe. Inhale, and then as you exhale, we're going to release. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to press up and back to a downward facing dog. Pedal it out here a little bit. Sigh out. Letting go of your day. Breathing out any tension. And then we're going to come into Pigeon. So we're going to take our right knee. You're going to bring it between your hands. And then you're going to use your hands to help set up your sacrum so it's even, so we don't want to be tipped over. You can always take a blanket or something underneath your right glute. I want you to reach up with your chest, lift up through the heart, inhale. And then as you exhale, you can bring your forearms to the earth. Breathe here. If you like, you can kind of shift your weight side to side. And you can stay right here, or you can stack your fists and rest your forehead. And breathing into that right outer glute. And relax across your shoulders and back of your neck. Just taking a few more breaths. And then as you inhale, start to walk your hands back towards your hips, lift your chest. Now I want you to shift your weight to your right hip. You're going to take your left leg. We're going to bring it forward. So your left leg is in front. You're going to take the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. And I want you to put some bend into your left knee, chest towards the foot. Inhale, arms reach up. And then as you exhale, think of your pelvis tilting forward, a long spine, and then bring your hands down. Bring your chest towards your thigh. Breathe, relax here. Relax your toes. And then keeping your chest towards your thighs, you can start to straighten out your leg a bit more. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, and exhale as you fold. And just come into it as deep as you can still breathe. If you're unable to breathe, back out. I'm going to find that happy medium where we're not avoiding any discomfort, but neither are we trying to kind of ram ourselves somewhere that we're not able to breathe yet. Nice long exhales. Just a few more breaths. And then as you inhale, start to walk your hands back towards your hips. We're going to cross at our ankles. We're going to press up to down dog. You can pedal out your legs here. Last down dog of our practice. And we're going to come to pigeon on the other side. So you're going to come forward towards plank. You're going to bring your left knee between your hands. You're on to the top of your right thigh. Hands to the earth. And then you want to get your sacrum as even as you can. And then lift up through the heart. Inhaling. And then as you exhale, start to come onto your forearms. If you did so on the other side. If not, you can stay up onto your hands. And maybe shift your hips side to side, like you're flossing your hips. And you can stay here, or you could stack your hands and rest your forehead. Breathe. Try to relax, especially anywhere if there's tightness. See if you can just soften that area. And relax your shoulders. Just a few more breaths. And then as you inhale, you're going to start to walk your hands back towards your hips. Start to lift up. You're going to shift your weight to your left hip. You're going to draw your right leg forward. You're going to have the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. And then you want to have some bend into your right knee, chest towards your right foot. You're going to inhale as you reach up. And then as you exhale, get a sense of your pelvis tilting forward. And then bring your hands to your leg, bring your chest towards your right thigh. Just give yourself a few breaths just to relax into it. Relax your toes. You can bring a little more straightening to that leg, keeping your chest towards that thigh. Inhale as you lengthen your spine and exhale as you fold. And breathe here. Just a couple more breaths. Right, and then as you inhale, start to walk your hands back towards your hips. You can help your left knee and stretch out both of your legs. And you're going to make your way down onto your back. You can draw your knees towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. And as you inhale, allow your belly to expand. And as you exhale, gently draw your thighs towards your chest. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, draw your knees in. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. You're going to release, bringing your feet to the ground. You're going to stretch your left leg out. You're going to take your left hand to the right knee. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, start to take your right knee towards the left. You're going to stretch your right arm straight up from the right shoulder. And breathe, feeling that stretch from your right knee across your chest to your right shoulder. Let's take a few more breaths. Good. And then as you inhale, gently bring your knee back up, foot to the ground, and stretch that leg out. And then you're going to draw your left knee in, take your right hand to your left knee, inhale, and then as you exhale, start to take your left knee towards the right. You can stretch that left arm straight out to the side, and breathe. And same thing, you're stretching from your left knee through your left shoulder. Just a few more breaths. Good. And then as you inhale, start to bring that knee up, left foot to the ground, and you're going to stretch both legs out straight. Let your arms relax out to the sides. We're going to come into final relaxation. Shoulder blades gently roll down your back. And let your feet relax and your toes. Relax your hands. Relax your brow. And the whole body relaxed, allowing yourself to rest here. And then slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your physical body, starting to deepen your breath. And wiggle your fingers. And wiggle your toes. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the ground. You're going to come over onto your side. You can make a little pillow with your arm and rest here for a moment or two. And then begin to press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Let your hands rest on your lap. Let's take a few breaths here together. Just feeling your breath as it comes in and it goes out. And you can bring hands together in front of your heart, a little bow to your heart, appreciation for your time, your dedication, and your practice. And I thank you so much for joining me for this slow flow class. See you next time.